Just for YouTube and for you, we decided to put the audio version of the podcast, the full-length 2.5-hour version, on YouTube just for you. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, don't forget to check out the website, MajorLeagueStripper.com. That's where you can find out more about the podcast. You can listen to the regular podcast, and also you can find a link there to purchase NFTs specifically designed for this particular podcast. Hope you enjoy it. The podcast you're about to hear is a work of fiction. The story is based on my screenplay, which is inspired by my book, Fan Letters to a Stripper, published by Schiffer Books in 2009. While the story is fiction, certain names, places, and events may appear as actual events, which is purely coincidental. Credits for the podcast, including the actors' names and those of the producers and other credits, will be mostly listed after the final episode, but can be seen in full on the adjoining website, MajorLeagueStripper.com. At the website, you'll also see links to the podcast as well as to our NFTs. These NFTs are unique digital items you can purchase for various prices. All material is copyrighted. Thank you and enjoy the podcast. There are also 2 versions of the podcast, a multiple episode podcast, which is free, and a full-length version, which runs 2.5 hours, which you can download for a small fee. You can find both links at the website or wherever you get your podcasts. In the spring of 1959, a young boy's dream turned to 2 things. Well, one thing, depending on his age. And that one thing was the new series of Topps Baseball Card. At a nickel a pack, 5 precious ducats of pure joy, was a race to the local corner grocery store to get your hands on the virgin pack with bubblegum inside. And the twist of 1959 was each card had a cartoon on the back. Usually, and I say usually, about the player.
I got a quarter. Give me 5.
Come on, guys. Hurry.
Okay, boys. Toss your nickels on the counter.
Come on, guys, hurry up.
Stop mine. Wowzers! Willie Mays!
I got nothing.
3 pitchers and Smokey Burgess.
Mickey Mantle.
The Mick?
Look, but don't touch. This baby's going right up on my wall.
Hey, check this out. Don Rudolph's wife is a professional dancer. My old man says she's a hooker.
What's a hooker?
You know, a hooker, a left-hand curveball, is called a hook. But her, she's a stripper. No way, man. They wouldn't put her on a baseball card. My old man says she is. So she is. How'd you like to be Rudolph, a stripper? That means she goes naked in front of guys. Naked? Like no clothes naked? Really?
And thus began the tale of how a 6-year-old boy became a stripper's biggest fan. But this story begins long before me. It began in the late 1940s for a stripper named Patty Wagon, although she really wasn't Patty Wagon just yet. The co-ed with the educated torso was Patty Tidwell.
Hey, baby, shake it up. Roll on over here, honey.
Sexy girls, them.
You got him going tonight, Patty.
Whew!
Now go knock him dead.
Hurry back to Buffalo. Your number 1 fan, Charlie. To my dearest little sweetheart, may we be together always, and may these roses be a symbol of our love. Cliff. Oh, thank you, Cliffy.
No, thank you, my love.
Oh, Cliff, you startled me. Let me change first. How about breakfast and we bowl a few lines?
I don't want breakfast, and I certainly don't want to go bowling. I want to take you home and make love to you.
I just did 3 shows. I'm hungry. I need to work off this nervous energy. Bowling does that.
You haven't been out of the hospital a month, and now you want to go bowling.
I'm strong enough, and I'll be better if I bowl first. It's what I need.
What about what I need?
What was that all about?
Men. They all want you to do what they want. What about me? What about what I want?
Well, here's another stack of fan letters from a bunch of men who want you and they can't have you.
They just want to take me home to Mother.
What about your husband? You been home lately?
No. And I don't think I will as long as Cliff is in the picture. They both want the same thing, and neither is what I want. Lil, I wish for just once in my life I could find a guy who wants to love me, and only me for who I am and not what he sees or thinks I am. Someone who didn't care about my past or even what I do for a living. A real guy. A guy who wants to be my future and love me for me.
I haven't found him yet, but you got plenty of time. You can't live your life for someone else. I'm going down to L.A. tomorrow to take over the new Follies Theater. If you want a headline from me, just show up. You know I believe in your talent. I'll tell you what. Get dressed, I'll take you to breakfast, my treat. And maybe we'll bowl a few lines.
You read my mind, Mama.
No, I'll consider friend. Your Aunt Lily or even that old bitch, but I ain't nobody's mama. Read more of those letters. It'll give you perspective.
Every night, my dreams take me to new places with you, my darling. I must have you, possess you. I am watching you always. My mother says I can't have you, but I will. Henry. No. 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 I'm going home for a couple days.
I can't stand to think of his arms around you. Stay. Let me take you away from him.
I don't want to go. I don't want to quit burlesque. I love show business, and I love you. But I love him too. Why can't you two just live with that?
Did he stand by you the last time? Did he? No. It was me, and he wouldn't stand for what you did. He wants kids, even if you don't. I can't live that way. You're a whore! You're nothing but a damn whore!
See this finger, Cliffy? It's for you.
So Patty rode the highway heading home to Chico, California, passing the fields and the Mexican pickers through the Central Valley. Right into the circular driveway leading up to the home she lived in with her husband, Bill Tidwell.
Billy, my love.
No, you could have called.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
We're racing mixed singles tonight. You up for it?
Will Harlan be there?
He still says girls on bikes are dykes. We know better, huh, baby?
You know I work with naked women.
Harlan wants your ass, and he's not going to let you win this time.
We'll see. So how about you? You still want my ass?
Come here, baby.
Now for tonight's mixed singles race, we have a real treat for you lucky folks. Last year's winner, Patty Tidwell, on her number 9, taking on the men. Let's give a big hand to Bill Tidwell's wife.
You're going down. Want to place a bet on it?
What's your pleasure?
You and me, one long night.
Harlan, the only place where you'll finish first is in the back seat. And I guarantee that is the only place you'll finish before me.
Bitch.
After this, you can go play with your groupies over there instead.
And they're off.
It didn't take long for Harlan to cheat. He grabbed Patty's handlebar just as she began to pass it, and that move caused her to crash right into the sidewalk.
Oh, that was a tough break for little Patty. Harlan isn't playing fair. She looks out of the race. Wait a minute, she's getting back up. Oh, this little lady is tough.
Son of a bitch.
And she's done it. We have a winner, folks. Little Patty Tidwell crosses the finish line first. She's a winner. Tough luck, Harlan. We'll see Patty in the winter, sir.
Don't start anything, Harlan.
Nice ride, champ.
Thanks, Harlan. Now go find someone else to finish second with tonight. Backseat gonna be crowded tonight.
So, you decided to give up burlesque and come home where you belong.
I did no such thing. I came home because I love you.
And what about Cliff? You love him too?
In my own way. And I'm not giving up burlesque.
You still love him, yet you say you love me, and you won't give up stripping. What am I supposed to do, Patty? I love you, but I can't live like this. I want to settle down, have some kids, start a family. You have everything you need here. Nice home, a successful business in a town where I'm well liked. What more do you want?
That's you, not me. I don't want small town America. I don't want to be Little Miss Chamber of Commerce. I want to dance. And I can't do that in an itty-bitty little Chico, now can I?
What about school? I put you through 2 years at Chico State. Are you throwing that away too?
I got the education I needed.
You mean the reputation you needed? I picked you up when you were down. You married that trucker when you were 15 and had it annulled at 16. 2 years later, you were with me. Where would you be? Where would your career be if it wasn't for me? You owe me.
Owe you? Owe you? I owe you shit. Everything I got, I earned. I can love both of you. Why can't you both love me?
Maybe that's all right for your San Francisco friends, but not in my house, and it never will be. Now it's either him or me, baby. It's up to you. Him or me. And another thing. Where does that piece of shit Bud get off using my name in a strip joint?
My brother Bud? What's he done now?
He's working as an MC in some burlesque show using the name Bud Tidwell. I never gave him permission to use my name.
It's my name too. For now. I love you, Bill. But just send me the divorce papers. I'll be okay.
Damn!
So Patty's off to Los Angeles, leaving her husband to file the divorce papers and to continue her career with a huge move back to the big city and a friend who will give her that big break she needs, Lillian.
That was fast.
I had to get out of there, Lil. Cliff's shipping my stuff here. That okay?
When it arrives, you're on the marquee. Patty Tidwell, the co-ed with the educated torso.
Well,
Oh, you dumped him too, huh?
he wants kids.
Well, okay. Look, you got plenty of time for love. You don't have plenty of time for a new name. A new life, a new name, and a new beginning. What's your full real name anyway?
Patricia Hardwick Tidwell.
Hardwick? Hardwick. We'll get arrested for that. Let's see. Let me close my eyes, search for a moment. Cops, that's never a good thing. And a paddy wagon. I see dogs doing their typical greetings. Never could figure that one out. Tails the wagon. Paddy. Oh, I got it. Paddy wagon.
Like in the police van.
Yeah, but spelled different. Now wag that tail of yours.
You're the boss. Hey, I guess I could have been Patty Cake.
Rosita, meet Patty Wagon. She'll be headlining starting this week.
But I thought I was headlining.
You know, your brother called me the other day. He's working a club up in Sacramento. He's looking to move on, using the name
Bud Tidwell. Don't go there.
He starts this week. Nervous?
Always. They really liked me, didn't they?
No, sweetie. They really loved you.
Miss Wagon, here is the young man who was asking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Wagon. Do you want me to wait outside?
It's okay, young man. 200 men just saw me more naked than this.
Oh, thank you, Miss Wagon. My name is Joe Sorrell. I'm a student at USC, a political science student.
Well, Mr. Sorrell, since I'm not running for Congress, what can I do for a political science student at USC? That is so important you paid the usher $10 just to see me.
My friend, Ron Brand, is running for student body president, and I'm his campaign manager. And, well, we thought if you can make an appearance on his behalf at the school, he might get enough votes to win. We'd be willing to pay you.
The stripper goes to college. My going rate is $250.
Oh,
Look, I went to college on a budget too. You're not Shriners, right? So how about $50?
Swell. Really swell, Miss Wagon. I'll be in touch. The guys are going to hear all about this.
What the hell is going on? There's a dozen newspapermen in the lobby looking for you. You didn't kill Tidwell, did you?
I have no idea. But send them in. Publicity can't be bad.
Are you really going to strip at USC?
Oh, is that what this is all about?
How much are they paying you? Are you going to bear it all?
Well,
Did you know the dean at USC has banned you from campus?
banned? Little old me?
Meanwhile, Rosita, spurred by Lillian's loyalty to Patty, sneaks into Patty's dressing room. She grabs a costume and pours itching powder inside, placed it back on the rack, and exits.
So, Patty, are you going to do it?
I can't deny my fans now, can I?
Any of you boys want to stay? It's on the house today.
Some stay, others leave. But among those who do stay is Henry, a 35-year-old thin man in a trench coat, looking rather odd and looking rather shy. At the same time, Patty goes backstage and prepares for her performance, wearing the costume Rosita has tampered with.
And now, the co-ed with the educated torso, Miss Patty Wagon.
There's something wrong.
She does seem to be having some trouble.
We need to get her off.
Oh, come on, Little. She's a trooper. Let her dance.
Patty, get off. Come on. Rosita, get out there and break a leg. And I do mean break.
Patty, you okay? What happened?
I don't know. Something got into my costume. I'll be okay. And by the way, big brother, dump the name Tidwell. I did.
Look at this headline. Stripper stumbles and scampers off to USC. What are you going to do?
I'm off to college.
No, I mean about Rosita, about yesterday.
She'll get hers.
Besides, you're off to college, right?
Burbank PD, Ms. Wagon. A word?
That was quick. Did you come to arrest me before I even get to USC?
No, this is about the letters.
They've been coming regularly again, for months.
In your business, you get all kinds, I'm sure. Most of them are just lonely men. But I'm not so sure about this one. Has he approached you?
Not at all.
No idea what he looks like? We'll put a man here for a couple of nights, but that's about all we can do for now. I'll be in touch.
So are you still off to college?
The operative word is off. Banned? Who in the hell does this dean think he is? Banning me.
I've never dealt with a dean before. A few Charles, a couple of Tommies along the way, but never a dean. What are you going to wear?
How does this sweater look?
Isn't gonna hide a thing.
Unfortunately, I have to wear a ball gown to the event. I think I have something sheer enough for my fans.
Wow, Miss Wagon, wow, I mean,
I know, Joe. Wow.
the dean is adamant about not letting you on campus, and we know the press will be there.
Any publicity is good publicity. Don't you forget it.
Wow, that dress. I wish I had one.
In your dreams.
Turn that limo around, take her back to where she belongs. She is not stepping foot on my campus.
She is here to help turn out the vote, as is her First Amendment right.
I don't care if she has a First, Second, and Third Amendment right. If she steps on this campus, she will be arrested.
Now, Dean, dear Dean, if I were a student, you'd have to let me on campus, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, if you were a student, but you're not a student. So go back to wherever it is you go.
I enrolled yesterday. Dance 101.
Let her in! Let her in! Let her in!
Well, looks kind of like a fake to me, and until I can verify it, you are not going anywhere.
The frat houses are not on campus.
One reporter, no cameras. You. Come on, you're the lucky one.
Patty, this is candidate Ron Brand.
I'm sure you'll represent your party well, Mr. Brand. Now show me to the real party. Vote for Ron Brand. Okay, now that the political speeches are over.
I hope your political career lasts longer than her political speech.
No
I just want to say thank you very much. I mean, you were great. You were so worth so much more. I brought cash.
This was just too much fun. Keep it. Consider it a campaign contribution.
I'll never wash my face again.
How'd it go, college girl?
He may not get elected, but I did.
The publicity from USC and an article in a major men's magazine, Playboy magazine, under the title The Stripper Goes to College meant sold-out houses every night. She was her own woman, and the next few years she was on top. Fame, money, the good with the bad. Henry became a distant memory. She had them by the tail, and she wasn't letting go. Patty traveled around the country on the burlesque wheel to rave reviews. Still, something was missing. Soon she would find what she was really looking for. And then came a club in Palmdale, California.
Let's give the ladies a nice hand, folks. Miss Flamin' Fingers and her lovely ladies in tow. Just watch where you put that hand, fellas. Ooh, that hurt. Well, hey, you've been a great audience, including you guys from Edwards Air Force Base. Hope you aren't flying tomorrow, because you're flying right now. You know what I mean. Hey, we have some future big leaguers here tonight. The Palmdale Double A team is in the house. I hear you guys are pretty good at batting those balls. Well, you've come to the right place. Some of these girls are real ball busters.
Yeah, well, get your ass off and their asses on!
That's a flyboy for you. Always got a rocket in your pocket, or you just glad to see me. All right, you asked for her, and you got her. Here she is, the pride of Contra Costa County, the dolly with the knowledge, a college girl with straight A's and a pair to match direct from her latest appearance in San Francisco, the co-ed with the educated torso, Patty Wagon.
Whoa, they don't have those back in Oklahoma, do they, Daddy-O?
You know, dating a girl like that borders on the morals clause in your contract.
Morals clause?
Big club don't like to read about players dating strippers.
Coach, you think a girl like that would go for a ball player? I mean...
No. Especially somebody like you. Besides, these girls don't date customers. I guarantee it.
You tried, Coach?
Despite the morals clause. I've followed the career of lots of these girls, including one Patty Wagon. Word is, she thinks she's too good for most guys. You stay away from her, Rube. Find yourself a nice Daisy May back home. And take her to the big leagues with you. Which, the way you're pitching lately, it ain't gonna be soon.
Cut the shit. We're having fun.
Maybe, if you talk shop a little more and played a little less, you wouldn't have gotten your clock cleaned by Salinas today. Look, you're one of the fastest working pitchers I've ever seen. And I like that. But you have to learn to control the pitches you got, because you ain't got no blazing fastball.
They lit you up like fireworks on the 4th of July. And Coach is right. There sure ain't no fooling around behind you. Man, you just hurry up and bring it.
I just don't like wasting time.
Okay, fellas. It's late. I got a day game.
She's looking right at me, Coach. And she smiled.
Yeah, late night day game. Yeah, she smiles at everyone. It's her job, kid.
Still, I'm gonna marry that girl.
Sure, Rube, and Mickey Mantle is gonna back cleanup for us tomorrow. Get moving, shout ahead.
Who are those guys out there?
Guys? The place is filled with guys.
You know, I mean those guys at the table. The two young guys and the older man. They left during my act.
Oh, you mean those ball players?
Ball players?
The older guy is Smokey Smith. Used to be a catcher in the minors. He manages the local team now. He comes here, well, often enough.
Often enough? You know a lot about him.
I do my homework. He's nice. Never really got a shot at the majors, so he's bounced around here from Merced, the California League.
I was talking about the tall, good-looking one with the big eyes.
I saw him staring at you, too. Don't go there.
Be nice, or I'll shrink that huge bra of yours in hot water.
Honey, guys come to these places to see what they want to see. You've been doing this for a long enough to know that. So you think long and hard before you go leaping, okay?
Yeah, I know. I was just dreaming.
There ain't no dreaming in burlesque. Don Rudolph.
What?
The guy you were asking about. His name is Don Rudolph. Rudy for short. If you're gonna do it right, honey, get his name right.
Are you still thinking about last night, kid? Cannoli told me you were, how shall I put it, taken?
Is it that obvious?
Only as obvious as your ERA. You better get your mind off the girl and onto the mound, or you'll be back on the farm and the girls you're eyeing ain't gonna go back to no farm. Pigs make 'em puke.
I told you to forget her. She's bad news. And there ain't no big paydays for a left-handed pitcher with a dinky curveball who can't go 3 innings without getting clobbered. Get your ass out there.
I'm still gonna marry that girl.
Patty loves sports and showed up at the game with her longtime friend Jim Billman. At first, Don didn't see them as they sat on the first base side. Patty with a scorecard. Scorecard read Bakersfield 5, Palmdale 3.
Come on, Rudy. Bases loaded. Strike this bum out.
Shit, Skip, she's here, that stripper girl.
Has Rudy seen her?
And Rudolph sends that one, whoa, over the head of his catcher. That's about 10 rows back. Boy, that must have gotten away.
He has now.
Shit. Time! What the hell was that?
Sorry, Skip. Kind of got away.
Did I tell you to forget about that girl?
Can't.
Got away, huh? Well, you're going away to the showers. Now get your ass out of here. Must have got away. Yeah, right.
There you go, kids. That's enough for today. I gotta go.
What?
It's the first time I've seen you with your clothes on.
Hazards of the trade. Men usually see us fully clothed after they get to know us.
You're a fan?
3 innings, 7 runs, 7 hits, 5 walks, and you took the loss. Not a pretty line score. Ballooned your ERA to over 5.
You really are a fan.
I played in school.
Really? Say, can we talk about this over dinner sometime?
I don't date customers.
Hop in, doll.
An old friend. See ya. Oh, and that pitch with the bases full. Keep your eyes on the batter next time.
Say, your brother Bud called me the other day, looking for a job.
What'd you tell him?
Not much. Said drop in when you're in town, but made no promises.
Watch your wallet, Jimmy boy.
Patty became a regular at Don's games, following with her ever-present scorecard, often cheering, never booing. She was beginning to like this tall drink of water.
Attaboy, Donnie!
Gentlemen, a preference?
36, 24, 36. Blue eyes, long blonde hair, and legs that start up here.
You just missed her. Her act ended 30 seconds ago. Anything else?
Yeah, wise guy. Where'd you go?
Not supposed to say, but if you're really interested, she'll be leaving soon with her husband. That's a large man over there in the Harley jacket and a long beard.
What's he got that I ain't got?
36, 24, 36, blue eyes, long blonde hair, and legs that start up here. And biceps that could send you to Cleveland.
She don't know what she's missing with the Italian stallion.
Come on, Dago Red. Let's see if we can find you someone that has a little less body armor in front of her.
Beers all around and a bottle of whiskey, sweetheart. And when's Patty Wagon coming on?
She's up next. These guys are in luck. She's featured in the customer dance tonight.
Customer dance?
Yeah, a couple of girls grab a customer and they dance for a minute on the floor.
Seriously?
No, I'm lying to you.
You ain't that lucky.
Oh, Patty, I'd like you to meet one of your biggest fans. This is...
Forrest O'Connor. I'm flattered. I'm one of your biggest fans. I've seen all your pictures.
I had to come back and meet you.
Well, I'll leave you two alone.
Patty, I've been following you for a long time. Well, I want to get to know you better. I've got a weekend place in Palm Springs, and frankly, I'd like you to stay there. I go every weekend, and we could have some really great times, if you know what I mean.
But you're married.
Is that a problem?
It is for me. Thanks, Mr. Movie Star, but it's a scene I'd rather not play. I'm not interested in a supporting role. Enjoy the show.
You look familiar.
Hello there, beautiful. I'm Forrest O'Connor. I've been a big fan of yours for a long time.
There sit the Palmdale Pale Hose. Must have been something they ate here last night because today they won 19-2. What do you say, boys? Was it last night's Pony Club fair, or did you guys actually show some talent?
What the shit?
Keep your cool, Cannoli. Have another drink.
Okay. Next on the bill is none other than one of the hottest cuties on the wheel today. Here for a month, and then she's off to Sacramento for an extended stay.
Sacramento? She's leaving?
Better shit to get off the pot.
Here she is, Miss Patty Wagon.
You see that? She looked right at me. Never broke stride. Whoa!
She didn't look at you. She looked right at me, right here, right into these peepers. She wants me.
I don't know, kid, if she looked at you or if her eyes glanced off this oily, slick hairdo you got first.
Hey, man. Watch the do. That's all natural. Pure olive oil and the chicks dig it.
Right, greaseball.
I bet she picks me.
5-1 says she picks me.
You're on.
Give me some of that action. Sorry, Donnie. The way you've been going, I'm siding with the Brooklyn here.
This is the time when the girls do a slow dance with some lucky fellas. Patty, who's joining us?
Dixie cups and vanilla cream.
Okay, ladies, wander through the audience and select your guy. Oh, and we do have some very big bouncers, so try not to get too familiar with the merchandise.
You, Mr. Cannoli, is it?
Yep, pure olive oil. Calm down, Rudy. Hey, let me buy another drink now that I'm flush with cash.
Wow. You were something else.
Tell me more about your friend.
Donnie? What do you want to know about Donnie that you don't already know? You've been to a dozen games.
I know, but what's he really like? Is he the kind of guy a girl might want to settle down with?
No, but he'd like to be. I mean, you gotta know he's in love with you, right?
Look at that. They're dancing pretty close, like they've been in love for years. Look at her eyes fixed on his like two lippid pools, like out of a French novel, I'd say.
I'll kill him. I'll beat him with a fastball. I'm gonna kill him.
It's kind of stuck on you, and we're going on a road trip.
Road trip? You really think he loves me?
Oh, yeah.
Kiss me.
What?
You heard me. Kiss me right now on the lips and hard. Kiss me right now.
Okay, but I'm not gonna look.
I'm gonna kill him!
Thanks. And wash some of that grease out of your hair. It's disgusting.
And don't come back until you're sober.
Why you? I oughta.
Wait, man. She asked for it.
Now you're really gonna get it.
No, man. She asked me to kiss her. She wanted to make you jealous.
Which one of you is Rudolph?
That's me. What of it?
No hard feelings, Dad. Patty wants to see you in her dressing room.
Patty? What for?
What do you care? She wants you.
You want us to wait up for you, or can you handle this one yourself?
Don't wait up for me, Dad.
Miss Wagon, I have the ball player you asked for.
Oh, you girls don't have to leave on my account.
They have a private show.
Private show?
Yeah. Sometimes a guy wants a private show backstage. A couple girls join in. He watches. He pays, but no touching. Well, most of the time anyway.
Is that legal?
In some states.
Look, Mr. Rudolph, it seems I owe you an apology.
Apology? Well, I'm not sure what you mean.
Your chin. Oh, that looks painful. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Rudolph. I had no right to do what I did. Your friend kindly obliged me when I asked him to kiss me, and well, I guess I started something.
You sure did.
This is my best friend and mother confessor, Dixie Cups.
How do you do?
I do just fine as a best friend and a sister confessor.
Look, Mr. Rudolph.
Don, or Donnie, or just Rudy. Lots of guys call me that. Just don't call me Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I hate that.
Okay, just Rudy. Look, if I can make it up to you by explaining to your friend, I'd be happy to do that.
Well, I'm afraid that won't do. You see, we have a code on the team that says never let someone off the hook when you're on the hook. So how about having supper with me instead? It's still early, and I'd love to talk about this over a couple of thick steaks.
It certainly beats the last offer. Let me get out of this and grab my sweater. Okay, just Rudy. Give me a minute. Oh, and in case you were wondering, I don't do private shows.
Wow, what a beautiful pair of eyes.
And you haven't seen my best pair.
Can I get you started with some drinks?
I'll have a beer.
I'll have a root beer.
Root beer?
I don't drink.
Not at all?
Long line of alcoholics.
I won't pry. But I have to think, Wagon is not your real name.
Doesn't matter.
Only on a marriage certificate.
Whoa, slow down, cowboy.
After all we've been through, I mean, I punched out my best friend for you, got thrown out of a bar, I'm having dinner with my best girl, and heck, I've seen you half naked. I don't even know your real name. Now that's ground for marriage, don't you think?
In some cultures, that's grounds for divorce. But let's say we get to know each other before we start naming our kids.
Okay, you win. What's your real name?
Patricia Hardwick Tidwell.
Good. Now that that's over with, marry me.
You always work this fast?
They say I'm the fastest working pitcher in baseball. One time I pitched a 9-inning game in 1 hour, 38 minutes.
That is fast?
Lightning should be so quick. So how about it? Marriage, I mean.
Will you stop? I was born in California. How about you?
Fascinating. There's plenty of time for me. Tell me more about you.
Well, I grew up in a small Northern California town. Mama was a drunk, but when she was sober, she worked hard and did pretty well for a single mother. There were lots of men, though. Lots.
Your father?
Never knew him. He left or died when I was very young. My mom, well, things happened. Things you don't easily forget. But let's not talk about that. Basically, I decided at a young age I was going to get out, make something of myself. Went to a small college and studied business.
You're kidding me.
Why is that so strange? Lots of girls go to college.
But business? And you're stripping instead?
I got the education, but I didn't really want to use it. I'm not good with figures.
The figure you got is pretty darn good.
Typical. Dixie warned me.
Patty, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that the way you took it. I truly am sorry. It won't happen again.
You promise? I'm dancing because the money is good. It's fun. I'm not hooking. I'm not a dirty girl or bad girl, and the people are nice despite fools doing exactly what you just did. It's a great way to make a living. You promise?
Scout's honor. I was a fool. It just so happens I'm in love with you, Patty Wagon. There, I said it. I can't help it.
Are you sure? In love? I mean, really sure?
So sure that from the first time I saw you, I knew that you were the one for me. I'm hopelessly head over heels in love with you, and I need to tell you before we both left town.
So sure, if you had to give me up, you would without question.
Why would I ever want to do that?
It's just that I've been through this before, and while it was a long time ago, well, I've been through a lot. You don't know anything about me, about my past, what I've been through, who I've been with, what I've done. Nothing.
I don't care about your past. I want to be your future.
And if you do find something in my past that bothers you and it's something I don't regret,
Let me put it this way. I'll never break your heart.
in love,
Totally and undeniably.
well then kiss me, you fool, because that makes two of us.
New record. An hour and 30 minutes.
What in the hell are you thinking? A stripper? Hell, you're a Bible Belt kid, understand me?
Come on, coach. She's an exotic dancer. It was love at first sight. Even you're a romantic.
Romantic? No, logical. Yes. When?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Get your ass out of my office.
So, has he asked you to give up burlesque yet?
Says he doesn't care.
And you believe him? Does he know about the divorces? Does he know about the rest?
Doesn't care?
Does he know about Bud?
He will soon enough.
Make sure you're back in 6 days.
I might not be any good to you then, but I'll be here.
By the way, what do you want me to do if your mom calls?
My mom? Oh, shit. Tell her I got married. She'll never believe it.
What's wrong, darling?
It all happened so fast, I forgot to call my mom. What am I going to tell her? How am I going to break it to my Bible Belt mother I married a stripper?
Same way you're going to tell our children. Gently. Very gently.
I don't think we're going to make Santa Barbara.
It will still be there tomorrow. We'll get a room nearby for tonight. Our honeymoon will just start a little different than we planned.
You are an angel, Angel.
You may not think that if you knew.
Baby, stop. I said I'm fine with your past, whatever it was. Look at you. I'd be crazy to even think about giving you up. We've all had a past, but as long as you just love me for today, I'm happy.
Fill her up, mister.
To the top. Say, we're on our honeymoon, and this rain isn't going to let us get to Santa Barbara tonight. We'd like to get a bite in a hotel.
Well, there's a Bakersfield Inn down the road yonder. It'll do you for the night. Here tell they have a honeymoon suite, too. Might be right nice for the missus you being on your honeymoon and all. As for the grub, well, Dandy's is down the road a piece. The food is good, but you know, on second thought, you might hold off, this being your honeymoon and all.
Why's that?
Well, it's a strip club. It's a strip club, plain and simple. You know, one of them burlicues.
With fancy ladies and all?
Oh, yes, sirree, Bob. A real juke joint. Or so I hear tell. That pretty lady in there, she doesn't look like she'd be caught dead in one of those clubs. You might just get divorced before your honeymoon starts, if you know what I mean.
What was that all about?
He says the Bakersfield Inn is good for a room, and there's a place called Dandy's for great food. You wouldn't want to go there. Seems they don't like your kind around here.
He's right. About the food. Dandy's has the best steaks anywhere.
You know Dandy's?
Honey, I used to headline Dandy's.
Tie me up and throw me down. Paddy wagon. Sweetheart, where you been all my life?
Hi, Jethro. How's tricks?
Not the same since you've been gone.
Jethro, meet Don Rudolph, the best darn pitcher in the Cal League.
Pleased to meet you, Jethro.
Likewise, Mr. Rudolph. And any friend of Miss Patty's is a friend of mine. What's that on your finger there, Miss Patty? Oh my gosh. You done got yourself hitched. Well, tie me up and throw me down. The boss man gonna hear about this. You folks is on your honeymoon. You got that newlywed stare. Come on, let me find you a nice table. The boss man gonna love this. And before the boss man say it, dinner is on the house. How's about a couple of nice T-bones?
You read my mind.
Coming right up, Miss Wagon. I mean, Mrs. Rudolph. Oh, boss man gonna love this. Patty Wagon done gone and got herself hitched.
Who's this boss man he keeps talking about?
You met him briefly at the game in Palmdale. James Billman, Esquire.
Esquire?
High tone for lawyer. He was one until he got caught with his hand up the skirt of a client's wife. Got disbarred and Dandy's was born. $150 a week.
What?
$150 a week. That's what I made here. I read your mind. It wasn't bad just starting out, but not the $250 a week and tips girls make today. He probably pays his girls about $1.75 knowing Jim. What you thinking, just Rudy?
After the honeymoon and the trip to meet my family, I still have months off and you still want to work. Let me try, like an agent or something. I mean, if the conversation gets around to it.
You get 10%.
No, baby. I get half, and all of you.
Jim, you startled me. Jim, this is my husband, Don Rudolph.
I know all about Mr. Rudolph. I've followed his exploits all year. Cost me some money. Seems every time you play Bakersfield, you do very well. Well, all except that one game, Patty, and I went to see.
I kind of had my mind on other things that day.
Not hard to do around this little lady. You did get a one-hitter this year.
Sound like a fan. Or a gambler.
Oh, quite a bit of both, actually. I own a piece of the Bakersfield Club. Silent partner, understand. I'm almost as big a fan of baseball as I am of this little lady. I was going to ask how you're doing, but I guess I don't have to, do I?
Fine. I'm doing just fine. And you?
Business is good, but it was better when you were here. Business was always good with you.
Well, that's something I'd like to, we'd like to talk to you about.
I'm listening.
We're on our honeymoon for a few days, then back to Palmdale to close out the season. Patty goes to Sacramento, then we're to visit my family back east so she can meet them, and Lord, I'm still wondering how I'm going to break it to my Bible-toting mother who married a stripper.
Gently, Rudy, very gently.
Right. Well, after we get back, we thought maybe you'd like to have Patty back here for a couple weeks. Say a sort of special appearance, you know, for old time's sake.
You have a deal, young fella. We'd be honored at, say, $200 a week.
We'd be more honored at, say, $300 a week, plus the hotel.
And the hotel.
And the hotel. Rudy, you got a future after baseball. Jethro, the stakes are on the house. They'll be paying for their drinks.
Beer here. Whatever Mr. Billman wants, put it on my tab.
Make it champagne, the good stuff. And the hotel. That's rich.
So Don and Patty headed off to meet the family. Mom, the two brothers, and Aunt Sadie.
What do you think your mom will think of me? Really?
Aunt Sadie will love you. She fancied herself a bit of a dancer in her younger days. She's always been a little raucous. My brothers will fall for you. We got the same genes.
But Mom?
Better call her Miss Rudolph.
You old son of a gun. You almost got a no-hitter against Bakersfield. Woo-hoo. A no-no would have been nice.
What was that banjo hitting second baseman? Almost had him on a low curveball, too.
You always had a dinky curve, brah.
Woo-hoo-wee. Now them are some curves.
Whit, Alex, I want you to meet Miss Patty Wagon, the new Mrs. Don Rudolph.
I got the first one. Hug that is a man. You are a looker. How'd you hook this tall drink of water?
I guess I just turned on the faucet and there he was, just oozing out. Kind of syrupy, you might say. Sort of like honey. He's my honey. He's so sweet.
Honey?
Real sweet and syrupy like. Mom, I'm home.
Donnie, give me a big hug. And you must be Patty. Oh, let me have a look at you. Donnie, you didn't tell me how pretty she was.
Mom, there's something I have to tell you.
That she's a stripper? Donnie, don't be so old-fashioned. I read the magazines. But thanks for asking, son. I'd say you were probably lucky to snag her. I'm sure she had plenty of offers, right, honey?
Right, Mrs. Rudolph.
Call me Mom. Everybody else does. Let's go to the kitchen and do some girl talk.
She does read the magazines, Donnie, between chapter and verse, but she does read them.
Yep. There are a lot of strange things going on around here. Mom's been happy as a jaybird in June. I guess just because you finally got hitched. I mean, all she ever hears about is what the papers write about your pitching. Speaking of which, this letter came for you.
It's from the White Sox, so we figured you better read it quick. You may have to go get a real job.
Dear Donald Rudolph, the Chicago White Sox request your presence at spring training in 1956. If you make the big club, you'll be offered a contract at a salary of $5,000 for the 1956 season.
Whoa.
Charles Comiskey, owner.
Woohoo! Wow, man, that's awesome. Woo!
I'm going to the majors. Patty, we're going to the White Sox. We're going to the majors.
Donnie, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, Rudy, you're so wonderful. I knew you'd make it. I just knew it.
Mr. Comiskey, you want to see me?
Don, we have a bit of a problem. Well, I'm not sure it's really a problem, but let me lay it out for you. You married this Patty Wagon. Admirable indeed. Some would say you made an honest woman of her.
Honest woman?
Now, don't get riled, son. It's actually a good thing. While it borders on violating the morals clause, marrying a stripper.
She's an exotic dancer, sir.
Be that as it may, stripper, exotic dancer, we're just playing semantics here. She takes off her clothes for money and some fans. Maybe not fans of the Chicago White Sox, but fans of baseball would call that pornography. And, well, that doesn't sit well with the commissioner's office.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is I think we can make a positive thing out of this. Your wife is what, 30 years old?
She's protective of that.
Understood. But the point is she isn't going to be dancing forever. I think we can turn this around to make it look good, but not at the major league level. Not yet, anyway. Here's what we're going to do. First of all, you're not ready for the big leagues. We think you need another year at AAA. And while you're down there, let's take advantage of the fact Patty is popular with the men fans who come to those games. We'll promote her in uniform with you and set up interviews with the newspaper boys and radio. Let's not go overboard, but it'll help her career and
improve the club's gate receipts.
Promotion, young man. It's all about promoting baseball.
Okay, but I want a raise.
A raise? You'll get minor league pay for a minor league player.
That's $75 a week. I want the major league rate of $250.
You seem to think you're a better pitcher than we think you are.
Take it out of the extra gate receipts.
$125 a week and not a nickel more.
Yes, sir. $150 and I thank you, and my wife thanks you.
I said $125.
Patty makes twice the major league minimum, Mr. Comiskey, and she doesn't need this, and neither do I.
Okay, $150 a week. But you better win more than you lose.
I already did.
Don went to spring training and was the last player cut. He knew he wasn't ready, and ending up in AAA was actually a break. Colorado Springs was on the burlesque wheel. The young couple could spend time together and get to know each other. Some old friends were assigned there as well. And there was some exhibition games in Bakersfield. And there was dandies.
I've got a date with a burlesque princess. Don't wait up for me.
They'll be held to pay if Smitty finds out. You know the rules. No broads after 10 o'clock bed check.
This isn't a broad. She's my wife. Besides, the old man is fast asleep.
I swear, you must be the only guy that sneaks out of his hotel room to be with his wife.
I'm the only guy married to Miss Lingerie in 1952.
We can dream, can't we?
Going somewhere, Rudy?
Just to get some milk. My stomach feels queasy. I was just going across the street.
Sure, but that little store across the way closed at 11. A hotel down the street has a coffee shop that's still open. Try there. Have a few glasses till your stomach is good. Wouldn't do for my starting pitcher to have a sick stomach now, would it?
No, it wouldn't, Smitty. Say I better get going if I'm going to get that milk. Thanks, Smitty. Thanks a lot.
Where's Rudolph going?
He's sneaking off to see his wife at the Hotel Del Rio.
And you let him go?
Have you seen his wife?
Yep. And if she's all I've heard, he may not get much rest.
Yeah, well, that's what scares me.
Who is it?
Room service, Miss Wagon?
Well, come on in, because I need some servicing.
Four straight, guys. We're on a roll. What was that, 9 Ks for you?
12, but who's counting? Who's coming to the club tonight to celebrate? Patty's performing her Parisian pickup.
Count me in.
Yeah. Landis, how about you, rookie? You in?
In where?
My wife performs at a local strip club. A bunch of us are going over.
Your wife is a stripper?
Not just any stripper. She's Patty Wagon.
I don't know. I've never been to a barbecue before. My wife...
Good, you're in. What your wife doesn't know won't hurt her. She may kill you, but it won't hurt her. I'll be right back. Gotta say hi to Patty. Hey, baby, a bunch of the guys are here with me. One of them is a rookie who's never been to the barbecue.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, straight from Paris, France to Palmdale, California, the hostess with the mostest, doing the Parisian pickup, Patty Wagon.
That's your wife?
Oh, Rook, this is the big moment. This is where it all comes off.
Man, that's your wife up there. And you want us to see her naked? You are one sick puppy. I can't look.
Okay, Rook, look up right now.
That was her underwear. That was totally embarrassing.
Now our newest lady, straight from Atlanta, give the Bakersfield Dandies welcome to the Italian layer cake, the one, the only Cream Puff.
Why in the world did you hire him?
He hit me up for a job. He's calling himself Bud Rudolph now.
What the shit?
Leopards can't change their spots. Ain't she a honey, boys?
Honey ain't the word.
Back off, Gino. She's all mine.
I thought you didn't mix business with pleasure.
Sorry, Rudy boy. I broke my own rule this time. I'm gonna marry this one. Like you, I got it good.
Cream puff? Chocolate cream? What the hell's going on?
Damn, now what?
What's going on over there?
Dago my ass. I've seen that nigga before. We ain't paying to see her.
What's this all about, mister?
Who are you?
Doesn't matter. What's your beef?
He's a nigger, not a Dago, asshole. We didn't come to see her. Now get her out of here.
Asshole? You called me asshole?
Thanks, Jethro. I haven't been in a good bar fight in years.
Hey, rookie. You handle yourself pretty well out there.
Golden Gloves, 1953. City champion, but I lost to some kid named Clay in the regionals.
Well, tie me up and throw me down.
Shit.
A strip club? The burlesque house? I never thought I'd see the day where my husband didn't come home because he went to a strip club.
It wasn't like that.
Shut up, cannoli.
Ow! Hey, that's my ear you're pulling. Ow!
What's this all about?
The girl is half black, and it's not legal here for her to perform with white girls. I just didn't think anybody would catch it. She's as light as anybody.
Jim Crow all over the South, but I ain't think it was here.
Jim, if she can't work here, neither can I.
You can't kick her out. Maybe the law, but it's not right. Jackie Robinson was a decade ago. This ain't right.
I don't intend to kick her out, but it is the law, and until we can change it, well, they can shut me down and none of you would work.
Heard you had some trouble here tonight, Jim. We rounded up the guys who started it all. About 6 of them. Pretty beat up. You do this? Oh, you're one of those ball players.
Don Rudolph, Sheriff.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Rudolph. Now, Jim, what is this all about?
They accused me of having a colored act and started shouting, you know, all the expletives. And, well, some of the players took exception to the language. Things got out of hand.
Is this the young lady in question?
Yes, sir. They all accusing me all kind of things y'all never heard. I was just trying to make a living, and well...
Stop right there, little lady. If I asked you directly if you were black, you'd have to answer me. But I can see by the color of your skin and the tone of your voice that you're as white as Patty. Italian, right?
Why, yes, sir. Yes, she is.
Well, that's good enough for me. Now, you keep out of trouble. And, Jim, why don't you stop by my office in the morning, and we'll talk about this segregation law. You know I'm running for mayor in the next election. I could use some support.
Sure, John, anytime. I'll drop by about 9:30, if that works.
Miss Cream Puff, you just watch those Williams and yowls and hear me? We don't want to give somebody the wrong impression now, do we?
No, Mr. Sheriff, not at all. And thank you much.
All right, sit down, boys. I got a few things to discuss with you about last night. Sure, if I asked some of you farm boys if you'd ever seen a colored, you'd say no. Well, I'm pretty darn proud of you. Now, first things first. All of you who participated in the night's festivities will be fined $25. No, sorry, boys. Club rules. Now, like I was saying, I'm proud of you guys, and I'm glad this happened because we have a new situation here. The big club just promoted 2 players, and you're as different as day and night.
What the hell does that mean, Skip?
It means they're black. Get it? They're Negroes.
Hey, if any of you have problems playing with colors, just remember, I throw batting practice.
Now, Rudy, none of that. You're all men, and I expect you to act like men. Accept them like any other player. Be colorblind, boys. Men, this is Albie White and Luther Jones. Albie's an outfielder, and Luther here is a pitcher.
Luke, coach. Only my grandmother calls me Luther.
Not every player on the club was thrilled to have a black teammate. Don took exception. So did Luke, who had a reputation for strength and power on the field.
You, shake Luke's hand. You got a problem? He won't bite.
Wow, man, that's some grip.
Now this brings up another dilemma. We've got 4 games in Amarillo, exhibition series with the Texas League. Problem is, Amarillo has a local law against colored players on city-owned property after 6 at night. The games are all at 7.
What kind of law is that, Coach?
A shitty one. They could end up in jail, and so could you for backing them.
Republic of Texas is still south.
That's a raw deal, and I'm thinking of leaving these boys home.
I don't know, Coach. Can we just play the game somewhere else?
Or not play them at all?
Boycott?
Would draw attention to this shit.
Your contract says if you boycott, you're automatically suspended without pay, maybe released. Nobody would pick you up.
That's shitty, too. I can't defend someone's civil rights?
The reserve clause. All of you agreed to it when you signed your contracts. It ties you to the team for as long as the team wants you. It's been around since the beginning of baseball.
Besides, Rudy, we don't want to cause you no trouble. If it's all the same, we might just as well stay back. That is, unless you can get the game times changed.
The owner of the Amarillo team played with Jackie Robinson in Montreal. I'll make a call.
Welcome to the club, boys.
Don and Patty continued to perform for the next few years, from Palmdale to Colorado Springs to Indianapolis to Pittsburgh. Their love grew stronger. Maybe they were just two people thrown together in a cosmic love affair. But minor league baseball had its drawbacks as well as its moments.
Hey, Rudolph, your wife has better curves than you. You stink.
Time? Won't that guy ever shut up?
He paid for his ticket. He can keep screaming all he wants to about my wife. It won't change one thing. I'm the one that goes to bed with her every night.
Come on, Rudy. Bring your hottie little mommy out here and see if she has a better curve. You stink.
You got more cool than I got. I'd be all over his shit.
Hey, Rudy, wag your tail feathers. You pitch like a turkey. Wag, wag, wag. Oh, yeah, your wife's wagging. You're still a loser.
Will you shut up and sit down?
I paid for my ticket just like you. I'll say anything I want. Won't I, Rudolph? You pitch like a girl.
Strike 3, you're out.
Don't let that idiot get to you now. Grab a bat, you're leading off. Now let's end this thing and go home. Looks like rain, so we just need one run. Just one run.
Oh, he's staring at me. I'm scared. I'm scared. You can't pitch. What makes you think you can hit? Your old lady swings it better than you, and she does it naked.
There's a deep drive to left field. Could be. It's gonna be. It is out of here. A line drive home run for Rudolph, and this one is over.
Hey, I may pitch like an old lady, but I hit like a son of a bitch.
Satisfied, big man?
That's right, soldier boys. Put your arms around her. Smile big, Patty. Cross your legs for me. That's right.
Like this? If the sergeant could see us now. Hell, if the entire platoon could see us now.
And they call this baseball? I hear she's a prostitute. Just look at those fishnet stockings.
Patty, can you unbutton the top 2 buttons of the team jersey for me?
I used to have legs like that.
But through it all, Henry was not giving up.
Henry. Lil? Patty. Yes, I'm fine. Do you remember that guy who sent me those creepy letters in LA back when?
Henry? Who could forget him? Cops never caught him.
He's here.
You better call the police.
We'll be moving on soon, and what can they do? I don't know. No matter what, Lil, don't tell Don.
He needs to know.
No, he doesn't need to know. He'll just worry, and he'll take time off, and he'll be no good at all to the team. Promise me, Don't tell him.
Okay. Okay, but take care of yourself, okay? Be careful, okay? Don, this is Lillian. There's something you should know.
Tanya, is Ferdy doing okay in school? Good, good. Tell him I'll send him a really nice present from New York. Yes, I'm fine. Don is fine too. You're sure he's okay? No, don't wake him. Tell him his big sister just called to wish him happy birthday. I gotta go. Give him a big kiss from Patty.
Everything okay, honey?
Yeah, sure. Checking in on my little brother. He lives with my aunt.
Drink, Don.
Not now.
Life wasn't always easy in the minor leagues. Many of the players spent the winter months playing in Latin American leagues. Don and Patty were no exception. He pitched for a team in Havana where they developed some great friendships. Games were scheduled right in the middle of a revolution.
Viva Fidel.
Look out, baby! Get down behind this car!
Imagine how things would have been different had the Yankees actually been impressed enough with his tryout to sign Fidel Castro when they had the chance. There were other things a woman couldn't escape: a somewhat troubled past, memories of family, and life on the road, often alone, by herself in a hotel room, with no one to talk to, and only her dreams or nightmares to deal with.
Patty, you want to be a star, don't you? You can't be a star and raise a family too. You can't. Now that's my girl. You'll see. Mama's right. You're my girl, and my girl is going to be a star, just like me.
Sewing? Hey, fellas, look at Susie Homemaker here. I'm Little Miss Prissy, and I'm sewing my sweetheart's costumes.
Get off it. Gotta have this done before a midnight show.
Are you serious? I got some holy socks you can darn.
I've got pants that need pressing.
You guys lay off. She's a working girl and she works hard. If I have to pitch in and help out, I'll pitch in and help out.
How about just pitching, period, Ranger Boy? I mean, if she was my wife, she'd be home where she belongs, not prancing around naked for other men.
She more than pulls her weight. Do any of you know how much she makes? Do you? No, I don't think so. If you guys got called up to the big club right now, you'd be offered a minimum salary. That's $250 a week, and you get it for 6 months. That's it. Patty is making $750 a week, and she can get that 52 weeks a year. And that's not the half of it. The things these girls put up with, the kind of men...
Maybe you should pitch naked, Donnie.
What's up, Skip?
You've been traded to Washington, and since Washington is so much in need of pitching, you're going straight to the big club. The bad news? I hate to see you go.
Hey, guys, I'm going to the show.
Here's your train ticket. Now get your ass out of here before they change their mind.
Hey, baby, guess what?
You got my costume stitched.
No, but from now on, maybe we should get a live-in seamstress.
Why? Did you pitch a no-hitter?
No, but you're going to have to find a really good theater in D.C.
Washington, D.C.
I'm going to the Senators, and that means you might even get to meet the handsome new president. Mr. Kennedy comes to a lot of games.
Oh, Dawn, I'm so proud of you. This is so wonderful. I love you, baby.
I love you too, honey. Are you all right? Everything okay?
Sure, baby. I'm fine. Just fine.
Great. I'll be over and we'll celebrate. Put on your best, baby.
Go to hell, Henry. Is this for real, honey? I mean, are we really going to the big leagues?
That's for real, baby. The team is short on pitching, so I'll get a good chance to show my stuff.
I love you so much. I just want to make you happy and be together.
Together forever. I promise.
Look, now that Don's gonna be in the big leagues, you guys will be pretty well set. I mean, money-wise.
And your point is?
Don's gonna be making big money. Maybe you guys can invest in this new project I've been looking at.
Bud, I love you, but you gotta stop and figure out your own way.
It's the future! Helicopter commuter travel. 10 grand gets us in on the ground floor. Look at this brochure. It details everything.
And how much of the 10 grand are you putting up?
I'm the brains of the deal. I coordinate all of the money and the acquisitions and
getting them.
What's up, baby? Off to Washington. What's up, bud?
Nothing, just some big bunch who's interested.
Good, bud. You go with that. Nice to see you're interested in something.
Dawn's first 2 years of the big leagues received mixed reviews. The Senators were so bad they spent their season looking up at all the other teams in the American League. Patty was right there. The other wives knew her by reputation, and some didn't like it. A few held their tongues.
Is that her? Don't look, she's looking at us.
I think I need to find the ladies' room. Come along, Marianne.
Yes. I need the ladies' room too.
Here, ladies, take my seat. I ain't got cooties and I ain't too proud. You two are so skinny you can both sit in that one seat. Jennifer Malone, nice to meet you. I caught your act in Buffalo. Can you teach me some of them Burley Q moves?
I really want to thank you for sitting here with me. I don't think the other wives like me.
Think nothing of it, honey. Those windbags don't like me too much, none either.
About those moves? I don't dance as much as I used to. Professionally, that is. TV sort of killed burlesque.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the world is a-changin'. I mean, who'd have thought we'd almost kill all of us with those Cuban missiles? Crazy, huh? And with what's going on in the South, my granddaddy would roll over in his white sheet if he were alive today. Oh yeah, the Klan through and through. Not me, though. I say live and let live. Just don't marry my sister. Don't you know it? I'm kidding, girl. We just buried the old man in a white sheet because we're so poor.
Oh, look out! That was close.
That little kid got the ball. That man in the trench coat didn't get it.
Trench coat?
Yeah, he's gone now. I saw him a couple of minutes ago just back there behind the wives section.
Oh, that didn't feel right. Oh, no. Lillian.
Oh, Patty, so nice to hear your voice.
Lil, could you use a headliner for a couple of weeks?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just need a break.
I know, but when?
Couple of days. The team plays in the Angels in 2 weeks, so Dawn can meet me there. Everything's good, but I need some air.
We'll talk when you get here.
Hey, baby. I love you, sweetheart.
I love you too, lover. What do I owe the pleasure?
I just heard from Lillian. One of her top girls took ill, and she's desperate. I figured you'll be in LA in a couple weeks, so I'm going to help her out and meet you there. How's that sound?
More than perfect. I may even have a surprise for you when I see you.
That makes two of us.
Really? Bet you can't beat my surprise.
I just might. Maybe. Love you.
Give Lillian my best. And tell her you're in LA now. Double pay, and she pays for the airline ticket.
You don't look well.
A little nausea.
Not used to flying?
No, a little smaller problem.
Oh, I see. Stewardess, would you bring this young lady a drink? Scotch and soda should do it. Heavy on the soda.
And alcohol?
Nope, I'm a doctor. I know what's best for this lady. Up in the air, nervous about a new baby? A drink will settle your nerves. Trust me.
Okay, so what's this about?
Can it wait until we get to the hotel? I just got here.
No, it can't. I got a call from Don saying he was sorry about one of my girls getting sick and he was glad you could come and help me out. Now, I have never known you to lie to him before, so what gives, girl?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, shit.
Not exactly the reaction I expected from my best friend.
No, well, not that it's a bad thing, just a surprise. You gonna keep it?
I don't know. I mean, I love Dawn, and I want to. But you know, I've gone through this a lot before. I mean, the abortions, the pain, and what about my career?
And Don obviously doesn't know.
No. The decision would be made.
I think you've answered it. Look, you can't dance forever, and the theater is no place to raise a kid. You need to start thinking about your future, raising a family, settling down. And Don does too. You know, his career is only a couple of years away from the end. I can't make the decision for you, but I think you want to have this baby.
I do. But I don't know if I can handle a child. I mean, it's a lot of work. What do I know about motherhood? My own mother was a drunk. She couldn't handle what she took from me.
What did she take from you? Whatever you decide, I'm sure it'll be the right decision. Besides, with your body, you'll bounce right back. But you know, at 36, it's not getting any easier.
31.
I've seen your birth certificate. You don't have to do this. If you feel uncomfortable, cut it short. Don't push it. It's not like losing the baby over this.
Sometimes Mother Nature is the only one left who can help. The wave, the beach, all much more soothing. Mother Nature is often the best counselor.
You can't handle a kid. You can't handle yourself. And you want to keep this kid? Patty.
No, Mama. I'm keeping this one. Now get out of my life!
He's my man, and I'm his wife. I love my man, I love my life. There's a choice I have to make. It's a choice, make no mistake. To introduce to you choice I have to make. It's a choice, make no mistake. We've come so long away, living day by day by day. Will this love I have for you change with 3 and not just 2? He's my man and I'm his wife. I love my man, I love my life. There's a choice I have to make. It's a choice, make no mistake. Life is easy by your side. It's a life I can abide. I love that we are free. Will it change when we are 3? You're my man and I'm your wife. I love my man, I love my life. It's a choice that I must make, a choice I can't forsake. So the choice has now been made. Our love, it will not fade. The choice I give to you to go to 3 and not just 2. Not just 2, not just 2. We are 3 and still free. This love I have for you, and now we're 3 and not just 2. 3 and not just 2. 3 and not just 2.
Hey, baby. If I'd known I'd get this reaction, I'd get bombed by the Angels every night.
Bombed? You got bombed?
Didn't make it out of the first inning. Coach sent me home early. So what's your surprise?
You first.
Tomorrow, we'll take a drive. You are going to love this.
This is very nice. And it's for sale?
With what I'm making, and even with you not working as much, we can afford it.
Really?
Come on.
Can we really afford it?
We already did. I didn't even need your signature. It's all ours. A bedroom, a den, second bedroom so my mom and my brothers can visit.
Well, I have a surprise for you, too. We're not going to get that den. The den is a nursery, Daddy Donnie.
It didn't take long for Patty and Don to settle in. Then Don's big break came. Opening day 1963 in Washington. Manager Gill tabbed him to pitch the opener with the president throwing out the first ball. Patty was there with her little brownie camera in the wives section, getting as close as she could to the presidential box. And the infamous Harry Katz in the broadcast booth.
Hello, everybody. This is Harry Katz, and what a beautiful day for baseball.
Nervous?
Never pitched an opener.
You earned it. Not often you get to toss the first pitch with the President of the United States looking on. He's got a lousy economy. He's running for re-election. His vice president hates his brother. He botched that thing in Cuba. He's got problems in Asia, problems in the South, and his wife is spending the national debt on the White House. You think you got problems.
So, who's pitching today?
Don Rudolph, Mr. President.
Isn't that the one married to the stripper, Miss Wagon Tail?
Patty Wagon, sir. She used to be a hottie on the strip club circuit.
Well, let me say this about that. She'd be fun to chase around the Lincoln bedroom, though. Patty Wagon. Sounds like a fun ride.
And now catcher Don Lepp approaches the presidential box as the president prepares to throw out the first ball.
So, are you a Democrat?
Yes, sir, I am.
Good. Then you just hold out the glove and I'll hit it. Oh, and I'd like to talk to Rudolph, too.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rudolph, let me shake your hand. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Why, thank you, Mr. President.
It looks like Rudolph is having a few words with President. Well, look at that. Rudolph's wife standing in the wives section with a brownie camera. She's taking pictures of her man and President. Now that's a photo they'll keep forever.
You know, we're throwing a party at the White House later this year. We're inviting local celebrities and athletes and actors and some of the more friendly faces in town. A fundraiser for the First Lady's pet charity. Would you be available to join us?
I'd be honored, Mr. President.
Fine, then it's settled. Be sure to bring that pretty little wife of yours. I hear she's quite a celebrity.
She wouldn't miss it. She's a big fan of yours and Jackie, too.
Maybe afterwards we can give her a private tour of the residence. My aide here, Bill, will put you on the list, and someone from the First Lady's office will be in touch. We're talking Christmas, I'd imagine. I have to go to Dallas in November. You know, politics, business first. But right after we get back from Texas, it will definitely be party time. We'll see you there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
What was that all about?
How do you like that? Me and Patty at the White House. Say, you don't think he knows I'm a Republican?
You are a rube, Rudy.
It was a grand day for baseball, but someone else was there too. Henry, sitting a dozen rows back of the wives section.
Excuse me, Jennifer. I need to use the little girl's room.
That Don Rudolph is so cute.
Yeah, but he's married.
I know, to some stripper dame.
Wonder what he sees in him.
It's not what he sees. Hey, watch it! What the hell?
Oh, I am so sorry. Did I do that? Faucet must be broken. I'm so sorry.
Miss Wagon?
Yes? Can I help you?
I'm Henry. You know, I've written you several letters, but you never answered me. Why didn't you answer me? I stood right next to you one night as you waited to cross the street in Buffalo, and I wanted to reach out and just touch your hair.
Stunned, Patty wants to scream, but she can't. Then she sees the large knife in Henry's hand, moving back and forth across his leg bleeding through his pants.
I'm not gonna hurt you, Patty. May I call you Patty? I'm not gonna hurt you. My mother told me not to hurt a woman, especially a woman I love. I just want to hold you, to feel you, to smell you.
Yes, Henry. I know you feel something for me. And I like you, Henry. I do, but don't you think that...
Don't worry, Miss Wagon. We have him now. We've been watching him for some time. He won't bother you anymore. The only letters he'll be writing are from a jail cell.
Patty, are you okay? I heard the commotion. I came right away.
Oh, Donnie. It's him. It's him. They got him.
Hey, Don, I thought you was a lefty.
Today I'm a switch hitter.
Do you think I'll be back in shape after the baby's born? I mean, good enough to go to the White House in a fancy ball gown?
You'll be fine, dear. Most women don't have your stomach muscles.
I hope so. Oh, oof. Oh, ouch. Should be another one of those coming soon. I think the kid is on the way.
Can't judge by me. Never had a kid. But neither have you, so how could you know, right?
Dawn's pitching tonight on TV. Wish she was here.
That's life. I mean, what more could you ask? A good career, a good guy, and Now you're going to be a mommy. And you still get fan mail.
Oh, ouch. I think this is it. Maybe I can take some of those letters with me to the hospital.
They can wait.
You better get the car. Lillian? Don't call Don. He can't do anything anyway, and he's pitching on national television.
Well, he's gonna be mad.
Better mad than bad. National television. Ooh.
Yeah, she's right here, and she's fine. No, I'll let her tell you. Here you go, dear. He sounds excited.
Hello, lover. Did you win? Never mind that. Did you win? Baby, it was national television. Yes, dear, I'm fine. And so is your son. That's right, a little boy. Calm down. Calm down. Mm-hmm. Just like you.
No, he looks just like her.
He says he hopes you're right. What's that? Tomorrow? Uh-huh. Oh, great. I'll see you then. I mean, we'll see you then. I love you too.
Happy, is he?
Gil is sending him home early. Oh, baby. My Donnie, too. I love you and your daddy so much, I can hardly stand it. I'll never give you up.
Be careful. This is your first day.
I had a baby, not a truck.
You girls hungry? How about Chinese? There's a place down the street that has takeout. I'll be back in 20.
I never liked hospitals. Mama never had a baby in a hospital. None of us did.
Until you just did.
Yes. Right. Would you hand me that album over there? That's my mama and me when I was just 16. And that is my little brother Ferdy's baby picture.
Pretty amazing resemblance. Spitting image, I'd say.
He is my brother. I mean, we didn't have the same father, so he's my half-brother. My half-brother raised by my mother. Just like Bud.
Is there something you're not telling me? Not a lot gets left unturned in the theater, girl. Don know about Tidwell?
He didn't want to know. I didn't tell him about the others either. He knew no choir girl here.
The late-night doctor visits?
I did what I had to do. What I thought was best. You know, I was pretty wild back then, but when he came into my life and he made it easy, I just wanted to please him. How many wives can say they've had that? I was a stripper, Lily.
Yeah, he is an unusual case, I gotta admit. Look, I know there's a lot you're not telling me, and that's your decision. I'm not the kind to snoop into other people's business.
It's not that I don't want to tell you. It's just that some things are better left unsaid. When it comes to children and wanting or not wanting children, well, not everyone understands what a working girl has to do to keep her job.
Look, I gotta go. Tell your hubby I'll take a rain check and that he has the bestest girl in the world.
I love you, and I want us to be the happiest 3 people on earth.
Judas hates Mary and Joseph. I'll fix them. Damn it, I'll teach you. They won't get away with this shit.
Billy, what's got into you?
Oh, it's those damn cheapskates you play with. Yo, big league ball players. They ain't got nothing like it. Penny pinching, no good for nothing, nose in the ass shitholes.
That don't sound like the Billy Malloy I know. And what's up, y'all?
Now, don't you start with me, Rudy. Don't you just start on me. You better watch out before I get all up in your ass, too.
Okay, so what'd the boys do?
It's the whole damn season. You know these highfalutin so-called major leaguers tip my boys $2 stinking apiece. That's what, $2 lousy dollars. Hell, we get out a spread like no other. They wants prime ribs, they gets prime ribs. No pork chop. They wants fancy peach cobbler. Billy here gets some peach cobbler. And we only stocks the finest beer. And they stuff us for $2 stinking dollars.
That's what this is all about? Your clubhouse tip? Billy, that's what's eating your fat?
That's right. And I'm gonna fix them. You just be ready, boy. You better get your belly full before the game.
Chucker, did you have dinner?
Dinner? No. Why?
Oh, just asking. I think Malloy has something planned for later.
Good. Hoping some of that prime rib he found last month.
Welcome to the broadcast, folks. Don't blink or you might just miss this one between your Washington Senators and the Cleveland Indians. Tonight, two of the fastest working pitchers in baseball face off. For the Tribe, left-hander Jack Kralik coming off a fine year where he won 12. And for the Senators, southpaw Donnie Rudolph, who's working on a 2-game winning streak. How fast do they work? Between the two, they've finished more games under 2 hours than any other pitchers in the bigs.
You look pretty good warming up. I'll get the pen up in the fifth, just in case.
No need. This one's mine.
Rudy, we need this one. Keep working those corners, and we'll see if we can't get you some runs tonight. Now, go get them.
Rudy finishes his warm-up pitches, and there's the throw down to second base, and we're underway. Game tied at 1 here in the sixth. Rudy and Kralik throwing marvelous games, and as expected, they've set a fast pace. Rudy looks in to face his friend and former roommate Willie Kirk, a big left-hander for the Tribe.
Well, the bottom dropped out of that sucker. Gopher might have caught that one before you did.
Kirk steps out facing a 3-2 count. I got to tell you, these two guys work so fast they pitch like they're double parked.
Hey, Willie, I'm going to send you a belt-high fastball. Right there down the gut. Right there.
Steroid 3, you're out.
Now that's one I've never seen before. Ladies and gentlemen, Don Rudolph just told Willie Kirk exactly what he was going to throw, and Kirk stood cold as a statue as it went by for strike 3. How about that?
That's my hubby, always the practical joker.
Rudolph, you ever try that again? I'll fine your ass $50.
That's okay, Skip. Kirk owes me 100. Don't even think about it, Skip. I said I got this.
You don't have to go 9, you know.
Skip, I'm in the zone.
Score all tied up at 1 apiece here in the ninth.
How you feeling out there, Jack?
Good, Skip. Rudy looks like he's fresh as daisy.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
He's matching my nothing pitch for pitch.
Here we go to the bottom of the 10th, and all tied at 1 in this one heck of a pitcher's duel. There's a high drive to deep left. Back goes Francona way back. This could be... Francona leaps up. He's got it. That could have ended this one. Rudy almost let one get away. Rudolph waits for Francona. He crosses the pitcher's mound with a big smile on his face.
Hey, Franco, could you cut the drama?
Where are you going in such an all-fired hurry?
Lil, can you watch the baby? Don is pitching the game of his life, and I gotta be there for him.
Mike De La Hoz singles up the middle, and the Indians have a man on with 2 out here in the top of the 13th. Is Rudy beginning to tire? What a marvelous game this has been. Don Rudolph, Jack Kralik, 2 journeyman pitchers pitching the games of their lives.
Time up.
Time.
You got anything left?
I started with $1. I got a nickel to my name.
Gil's got Hamilton warming up. Want me to stall?
Nah, I ain't coming out.
13 innings. Rudolph allowed 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 6. Last time he pitched like this was back in the Georgia League, and that was in his rookie season 13 years ago.
The game went into the 13th inning when the Indians broke it open and scored a pair of runs, taking the lead into the 13th, 3-1.
You done, Rudy? Time to go home, play strip poker with the wife.
This ain't over. Phillips, grab a bat. Hit for Rudy.
Okay, kid, get it started. You didn't sit here for 2 hours for nothing.
And another hit. In comes Phillips to score. It's 3-2 Indians.
Miss Wagon. Mrs. Rudolph?
Can you let me in, John? I gotta get there before it's over.
Senators trying to bring this one back for Rudolph, down 3-2. Now manager Gil pacing the dugout. Oh, my, look who's here. Rudolph's wife, Patty Wagon, just arrived, sitting in the wives section. And that's ball 4, loading the bases. Here comes the Indian manager out to the field. He's calling for the rookie Ron Nischwitz.
He likes him low and away, so bust him up and in. Let's lock this up.
Peanuts? Get your peanuts here.
Nischwitz hasn't seen much action since being recalled from the minors. He'll be facing Don Locke, who hopes to lock this one up for Rudy.
Lockie, break this thing open.
Rudy gives some words of advice to Locke, then pats him on the wallet for good luck.
Steer right.
Looks like the kid is on tonight, Skip.
Yeah, well, so are you. I hate to see you lose this one like that.
Come down to this, folks. 3-2 to Don Locke, the bases full of Senators. The young lefty, Ron Nischwitz. Not a long resume in the bigs. Count full to Senators center fielder Don Locke. The outfield set straight away. Here's the 3-2 pitch. The deep drive. It's gone.
Okay.
It's foul. Unbelievable. For those few of you who stayed into the 13 tonight, you've seen a game you'll never see the likes of again. It's a high drive to deep right. Tackles Kurt way back to the wall. Kurt leaps up. He's got it. No! Kurt dropped the ball. Kurt dropped the ball. It's over the fence. A grand slam. Senators win. Senators win. Holy Toledo.
What the hell is this? Where's the food? Where's the beer? Peanut butter.
That's a minor league spread. You boys tip like minor leaguers? We're gonna treat you like minor leaguers.
Who the hell made you the damn commissioner of baseball?
Well, here, that's exactly who I am. You tip my boys $2 stinking for the hard work they do, laying out your uniforms, sticking your dirty shorts in the laundry, putting out our best spread in the majors, making sure the beer is cold and the ribs is hot. We clean up the towels, pack your gear, and make sure your precious gloves and bats get there on time. You make good money and tip us less than a waitress. We take pride, and you piss on us.
Wait a second. You guys tip these guys $2 a head? You gotta be kidding me. I don't blame Billy one bit. I don't believe this. A lousy $2? You should be ashamed. I'm one of the lowest paid guys on this team, and I'm embarrassed to say that I only put in a 20. I better see at least a 20 from each and every one of you.
So Don took off his hat, and they passed the hat around the room. It was a very quiet contribution.
Here you go, Billy. Split it up among your boys, and don't ever let it be said that the Washington Senators are the cheapest team in the American League anymore.
Well, thanks, Rudy. I'm much obliged. And you boys, too. I hate to say it, but we really don't have no food now. And on top of that, the hot water heater's broke, so there's no hot showers.
That's okay, Billy. I heard the whole thing, and it's only a short ride home for the guys. And Billy, let me echo Don's sentiments. You won't find us the cheapskates of the league anymore.
Hang tight, baby. I'll be right back. That's a whole lot of folding green there, Billy.
Why, thanks to you.
I'm taking Patty out to dinner, so I'll take back my 20. You didn't think you were going to get away with that shit now, did you?
Did you get what you needed, baby?
Yep. Got an extra $20. So why don't we go out to a hotel? This being our first night out.
Don's career felt like it was finally happening now, despite playing for the lowly Senators. And with a new family, Patty and Don were looking for big things in life, and they were happy. But then November 22nd, 1963 happened.
The word coming now from UPI, flash. It's official. President Kennedy died at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time here in Dallas.
No! Oh,
he died
God, no! Don, no!
What's wrong?
It's the president. They killed him.
Honey, did you hear? He's dead. They shot the president. Oh, my God.
Jackie. What about Jackie? My God, she must be so ripped apart. I've got to write her a letter. That's it. I'll write her a letter and tell her how we all feel. How I feel.
Baby, what are you doing?
I'm going to write Jackie a letter. I have to. My God, why him?
Life as we knew it changed forever. 8 months later, so did life for Patty and Don.
Don, can you sign my card?
You know, boys, this lady right here is a bigger star than me. You maybe should ask her for her autograph.
Nah, she's a girl.
The club's talking about rebuilding again. I'm not sure I'll be back.
That's okay, darling. I've kind of lost interest in Washington. With Kennedy dead and Johnson sending more boys to Vietnam, this place holds no attraction for me anymore.
Maybe we should open that club in Las Vegas. Sounds like you're done with performing anyway.
I am. It's time. And maybe you can catch on with the Dodgers or Angels back home.
Not much interest in pitchers my age.
Oh, baby, you're still young.
Not as young as the guys they're bringing up to replace me.
How can they rebuild? There are so few players coming up.
It's the war. Most of the young kids are being shipped off right out of high school. Others are going to Canada. The ones who are still here are doing National Guard duty on weekends to stay out of the draft. This damn war.
Remember Dixie Cups? She called yesterday. Her nephew was killed in some place called Mekong or something. Just 19.
Used to be a kid, grew up playing ball, went off to the minor leagues like I did, worked his way up and either made it or not. The day before they get off the bus, they're someplace no one even ever heard of.
Don, I need you in the bullpen.
That's right. Your investment is just $10,000. And while I am not allowed to say over the phone that we guarantee you can triple your money, well, I can assure you, you won't be sorry. My name? Sure. It's Bud Rudolph. Just like the pitcher for the Washington Senators. He's related. Good then. I'll expect the check in a few days. And thank you, Mr. Albright.
It was about that same time my family moved from Pittsburgh to Los Angeles. Little did I know what was in store.
Mom, what are we doing here?
We're joining a Christmas club.
What's a Christmas club?
Well, it's a bank account where you put money in every month, and at Christmas time comes around, you have money saved for Christmas. You know, to help Santa.
Ah, Mom, you know there ain't no Santa Claus in California. There ain't no snow for his sled.
Isn't any snow? Moving here hasn't helped your grammar none.
Hello, Mrs. Simone. What can we do for you and little Jimmy today?
We want to open a Christmas club.
Oh, you never can begin too early.
Jimmy, what are you staring at?
That's Mrs. Rudolph. She got lucky and married a ball player before that, though. She used to be
what?
You know, an STRIPPER.
Oh, a striper. One of those little girls that work at the hospital. She's so cute and pretty. That's so nice.
No, Gloria, a stripper.
Are you Patty Wagon?
Why, yes, I am. Or at least I used to be. It's just Mrs. Rudolph these days. Mrs. Dawn Rudolph. Homemaker.
I saw your picture on a baseball card when I was a little kid. They said you were a dancer and your husband threw a hooker.
I think you mean he threw a hook. A curveball in baseball lingo. But who could expect you to remember that so long ago? I mean, when you were just a little kid. That was a long time ago. But thanks for remembering.
Nice to see you again, Patty. I mean, Miss Wag. Mrs. Rudolph.
My pleasure, Bob.
The Washington Club did indeed make changes, and Don was released along with several other players over 30. Management figured they finished in last place with those guys. They could finish in last place without them. No one understood baseball executives, ever. And Don hoped to catch on with the new team, but at 35, he was over the hill by athletic standards. Still, he kept in shape, open for a call.
Did you hear something?
What the hell?
Stay down. You're under arrest.
I'm Don Rudolph. I pitch for the Washington Senators.
Yeah, right, and I'm Sandy Koufax. You're going downtown unless you choose to resist right here and now.
He is Don Rudolph.
Sit down and shut up, lady. Officer, watch her and I'll search the place.
What's this all about? I haven't done anything. I'm a ball player.
And a con man.
All right, Mr. Rudolph, or whoever you are. We have a long list of charges here, so let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Look, Detective. Lapper, is it? I have no idea what you're talking about. All I know is that I'm sitting at home with my wife and kid, and these cops come busting in, put guns to our heads, and tear up the place.
Yeah, that's because you resisted arrest?
Resisted arrest? I didn't have time to resist arrest. They were all over me in 2 seconds.
What's Don Rudolph doing here?
He's the suspect in that massive fraud scam that we busted, Don Rudolph.
Don Rudolph is a pitcher with the Washington Senators, you idiot. We want Bud Rudolph. Don Rudolph of the Washington Senators?
That's what I've been trying to tell these officers, Captain. I have done nothing wrong here.
Phil, release this man right away. He isn't Bud Rudolph.
Bud Rudolph? That's my brother-in-law, and he ain't really a Rudolph.
Look, Don, I want to apologize on behalf of the entire LAPD for what happened. I hope there are no hard feelings, and we'll get you right home, right away. We're truly sorry for this misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
Look, right here on the report we have, Bud Rudolph gave your address as his. We just assumed Bud was a nickname, so not a real name. We're sorry, sir.
You bust into my home, you terrorize my wife and kid, handcuff me in front of my neighbors, and haul me away like a common criminal, and you're sorry? Gentlemen, just take me home.
Oh, baby. Are you all right?
Your damn brother.
Oh my gosh. That's what this was all about?
You used my name in a fraud deal. Something about commuter helicopters or something. Where is he? I'll kill him myself.
Mexico. He left for Mexico 3 days ago. Said it was business.
LAPD is going to get one hell of a lawsuit over this.
At least they got your name right on the 11 o'clock news.
Oh my gosh, what is this? Is this you, Miss Lingerie, 1952? This pornography.
Why, yes, it was me. Where did you get this? And it's not pornography.
Your little boy gave it to my little boy.
Sweetie, where did you get this?
It was in the trunk in the garage. It was in a picture of you, Mommy. I'm so proud of my mommy.
Oh, thank you, honey. And I'm glad you're proud of Mommy, but maybe next time we leave these at home, okay?
Okay, Mommy.
First, your husband gets arrested for selling drugs. Then, you turn out to be a hooker. What else is there, Miss Patty Wagon Tail?
Look, you old busybody. Don didn't get arrested for drugs, and in fact, he didn't get arrested at all. It was a mistake, and secondly, I was not a hooker. I was an exotic dancer, and a damn good one. Now, excuse me, I have a line to bowl. And by the way, your husband was one of my biggest fans.
Life was different for a retired stripper. Most of her friends were gone. Alcohol had taken some, brutal boyfriends others. When a woman makes a living on her looks, what does she do when her looks go away? Patty was one of the lucky ones.
Hey, baby, why don't I take you to the bowling alley in the pickup? I have to meet with the semi-pro team coach in Chatsworth. They need a pitcher and an assistant coach.
Are you sure you want to play semi-pro? You are still a major leaguer.
Sorry I'm late. You come here, my little pumpkin. You are gonna have fun while Mommy bowls.
I don't have a contract, so I'm not a major league pitcher anymore. For the moment, might as well get that through your head. I'm trying to stay in shape, but for the life of me, I don't know why. Nobody wants a washed-up 35-year-old relief pitcher. I'll be back before you finish bowling, and we'll go to dinner. They're talking about a players' union. Might be something there.
You'd be good at it. You took on Comiskey in one.
I love you, baby. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Lily, I'm glad you're here. Donnie was supposed to pick me up 2 hours ago.
Get in.
I guess Don got caught up working out with that semi-pro team. He is so forgetful sometimes.
Patty, he didn't get hung up at practice. I don't know how else to tell you, but I'm just gonna be straight. Don's been in an accident.
An accident? Where? Is he all right?
I'm sorry, dear. We lost him.
Oh, God. No.
Dust to dust.
What is she going to do now?
Well, Dawn did have an insurance policy, and since it was an accident, it paid triple. If she watches her money, she has enough to keep the house, a modest life. It won't put Donnie through college.
And how's she doing emotionally?
She's a wreck. I'm really worried. I'm going to move in with her to help her out with her kid.
Has she stopped eating?
Just the opposite. Strange, it's like she just doesn't care. All she does is sleep, eat pizza, hamburgers, candy, junk food.
Look, if you need anything, I mean anything at all, you call, you hear?
Maybe we can find her something to do in the business. I wish I still had the club, TV, and now the porn theaters have taken over.
I remember it like it was yesterday. 2 years ago, Patty, lying in bed, overweight, tossing and turning. She stopped eating healthy, nothing but junk food. Then, in the middle of the night, forlorn and out of her head, she stumbled out the door in her nightgown down the street. I can only imagine what was going through her mind.
Hey, I could have killed her.
Come on, dear, let's get you back in the house.
She's crazy, you know? I could have killed her. She's loco.
How is she?
Not good. I just didn't know what to do when she tried to kill herself.
I can't believe it.
I can't either. It's like two different women. She was so strong, but now it's like life is over.
Patty girl, how's tricks? Smitty and I have some great news. We're moving here to Los Angeles, and we can see each other all the time. That'll be great, right? I mean, we can take you and little Donnie to Disneyland and have a great time. I was looking through my old trunk of the other day. I came across that. A program from the theater in Fresno. Remember those days? We were something else. Those costumes. I hate to see you this way. You gotta get better for Donnie. She doesn't respond at all. Maybe if I got some of the girls from our past, maybe some of them are down and out, but it would help her to realize she still has something to live for.
I don't know. Something will come along. It has to.
Anything you need. Anything at all. Donnie's my boy.
What are you up to?
Nothing. Just brought you the mail.
What mail?
That mail. Your fans. Thought you might like to read them.
I don't want to read anything. Leave me alone.
Listen, dearie. Remember back 20 or so years ago when you pulled up to the Follies in your motorcycle? It was the fans who drove you then, and they still keep writing years after you left the stage. You owe them to at least read their damn letters.
Dear Patty, I was so sorry to hear about the loss of your husband. I too lost my husband.
He was one of your biggest fans. I didn't know that until he died, and I was going through his documents and found a photo you signed to him. He was a wonderful man and never cheated on me, but I guess you gave him something extra, and I will always appreciate that in you. I wish you well, a new fan.
Patty, I miss you not being on the stage. I was so sorry to hear about Don. We followed his career.
I love you, Patty, and I hope all is well with you. You made my youth so much better.
Dear Patty, I hope this letter finds you well. I am only well when thinking of you, and remember the Parisian pickup at the Follies.
Dear Patty, I know the loss you feel. You wrote me after the murder of my husband, and I will never forget how it touched me.
Your warmth really came through. I still treasure your letter every time I think about that horrible day. It has helped me heal, and I only hope my letter will have the same effect. I leave you with this one thought: love remains, and while the body may be gone, the memories will stay forever, and you will be together, heart and soul. Sincerely, your friend, Jackie.
Time does have a way. My gosh, who am I? What have I become?
What the hell?
Don't use that language around my child. Oh, I love you both. Let's eat. I'm famished. Some vegetables. Get rid of that frozen pizza. Bring me a pen and paper. I've got letters to write.
Well, you bet your ass. I mean, your bottom. I don't know what's come over you, but I like it.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what came over me. The fans still love me, and I owe them. Now, how fast can I lose this weight?
How about 3 months?
3 months? Why 3 months?
Seems like they're opening a new burlesque museum in Las Vegas, and guess who they want to be one of the first inductees? One Patty Wagon, along with Gypsy Rose Lee, Lily St. Cyr, and Betty Page. Now, that is if you think you'd like to look like Patty Wagon, or is it bacon on the hoof?
Pig is out. Patty Wagon's back.
It was a brand new paddy wagon now, working out hours at a time, sweating to the oldies, running, eating vegetables, getting frustrated, but sticking to it. Little Donnie on her back in a sling as she ran, lifting weights. It was pure paddy wagon. After 3 months, she was ready.
Oh, come on, girl, let's see. Oh, baby, if I didn't like guys, I'd go for you right now myself.
Oh, get out. Do I really look okay?
Okay. Sweetheart, you look grand. I don't know how you did it, but wow.
Wow, Mommy, you sure look pretty. Hubba hubba.
Where did you learn those words?
Uncle Jim and Uncle Smitty.
They're not here, but they've been here a lot, especially when you were down and out. Especially trying to keep you from doing something stupid.
Like walking into a moving car?
Something like that.
I don't know how I made it without you. I owe you my life.
I'll settle for a good meal after the induction.
And now we come to the portion of our show where we want to honor our special guests. First up is a lady who's been through a lot, and I want to say we are glad she is back because we love her. To introduce her to you, a man who needs no introduction.
Strangers in the night, shooby-dooby. You know, when I was a much younger fellow, there was a burlesque house in our neighborhood. My mother told me do not go near it. So, of course, the first chance I had, I made a beeline to the place. It was a very good year. I got a job cleaning up backstage. That meant I had to go into a dressing room or two. I was in teenage heaven. Well, none of those ladies are here tonight. Those who carried on the tradition are. One in particular gave me inspiration for many a romantic song, if you know what I mean. If you please, a little magic music. Ladies and gents, luck be a lady tonight. This lady, Miss Patty Wagon.
Wow. I don't know where to begin.
Begin by taking it off.
A couple of months ago, you wouldn't be asking for that. I want to say I've led a pretty charmed life. Charmed after some pretty humble beginnings. Through it all were my friends. Real friends. Without them, I wouldn't be here tonight. Some I owe my life to. And the fans. If it weren't for you, there would be no Patty Wagon. She would be somewhere in the depths of depression so deep she would have to look up to see down. My Donnie was that kind friend, and he's with me forever. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
was Patty Wagon, Patricia Hardman, Mrs. Dawn Rudolph, the girl next door. She had her secrets, but then who doesn't? Her friends and her fans didn't chastise her for it. They just loved her. It's good to be a fan. Thank you for joining us for this podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. It was a labor of love, but like all labors of love, it wasn't free to make. Please take the time to share your thoughts on social media and tell your friends. Go to our website, MajorLeagueStripper.com, and check out our NFT collection, which you could purchase for probably less than you spend on a coffee in a week. The executive producer and narrator voice was Bob Brill. Patty was played by Hannah Cooney, who also performed the 2 songs, which were written by Dan Taguchi and Bob Brill. E.K. Heisner portrayed Dawn, while Judy Kane was Lillian, Park Overall was Jennifer, and Al Burke, Randy Cardoon, Lou Stowers, Kristen Marie Human, Ed Gus, and Larry Van Eyes, along with several others, played multiple roles in this production. See a full list of credits at our website. The podcast was produced at Ben Studios in Glendale. The production was based on the screenplay Major League Stripper, which was inspired by the book Fan Letters to a Stripper, Schiffer Books 2009. You can find copies on Amazon or at BobBrillBooks.com. For the entire cast and production team, I'm Bob Brill. The preceding podcast is a work of fiction. The story is based on my screenplay, which is inspired by my book, Fan Letters to a Stripper, published by Schiffer Books. While the story is fiction, certain names, places, and events may appear as actual events, which is purely coincidental. Copyright 2022, Brill Productions.